Welcome to Sports Jam. I'm John Jacobson.
I'm Jay Wilcox. Today on the show, action from state Nordic skiing, plus section wrestling and gymnastics. We'll hear from the Maple Grove boys swimmers as they take aim at a section title.
And later, we'll meet Osseo football and basketball standout DJ Abear in our Sports Jam Spotlight. We'll get started with section championship games in girls hockey. Breck and Blake met in the Section 5A final for the 5th straight year. First period, Melissa McMillan shot is blocked, but the puck comes to Kate Schipper, who scores to give Breck a 1-0 lead, 1:34 into the game. A few minutes later, Schipper skates after the deflected puck and passes out top to McMillan for the quick shot and goal. The Mustangs lead the Bears 2-0. Later in the period, 8th grade defender Anna Zumwinkel, and that's her first varsity goal. It's all Breck as they lead 3-0 after one. Second period, and Schipper gets loose on a breakaway. She tucks it away for her second goal of the night, and it's 4-0 Breck. Danny Cameronese scores twice for Blake to get the Bears as close as 5-2. For the third straight season, it's Breck advancing to state. Mustangs win at 5-2, and they will stay open state tournament play on Wednesday night.
In Section 6AA, the top two seeds met up in a rematch of last year's title game. Benilde St. Margaret's hoping for a little revenge against Minnetonka. Tonka on the power play with less than a minute to play in the first period. Amy Peterson buries the wrist shot for 1-0 Skipper's lead. Second period, Allie Hoffman wins the faceoff back. Liz Halverson unloads a cannon from the point, and we are tied up at 1. Third period, still 1-1, and Brittany Wheeler hits Caitlin Riley with a perfect pass, but she is stonewalled by Tonka goalie Sydney Rossman. And this one goes to overtime. The shot from the point is knocked down in front. There's a scramble for the puck. Minnetonka's number 4, Diana Dreyer, pokes it in for the game winner. Defending champion Minnetonka goes back to the state tournament with a 2-1 win.
Wayzata's boys hockey team plays in a tough conference in section. The Trojans scored a big late season win last week. Edina Hornets skating into Plymouth to face the Trojans. First period, Sam Maka steals the puck and gives it off to Kenzie Bold. His shot is stopped, but Maka buries the rebound, and it's 1-0 Trojans. Edina answers on the power play. Parker Reno walks in and scores on the wrist shot. It's 1-1 game after one. Second period, Blake Hollenberg sets up Alex Waschenko. Great save by Willie Benjamins, but Hollenberg there to pop in the rebound, and it's 2-1 Wayzata. Trojans get another goal on the power play. Kenzie Bold deflects in Matt Halverson's shot. 3-1 after two. Wayzata holds on for a 3-2 win. They beat Hopkins by the same score on Saturday. In the Northwest Suburban, Champlain Park's been coming on strong in the second half of the season. Rebels were at home to face a very good Andover club. Huskies come out firing in this one. Tyler Nelson makes a nice glove save on Kyle Gossman. Andover gets one with good patience. Tyler Tomberlin slips the pass to Calvin Rack. 1-0 Huskies. Derek Olson drops a pass to Gossman, and he makes a nice move before snapping the shot home to make it 2-0 Andover after one. Rebels generate some offense in the second period. They force a turnover, and Bryce Plunkett gets the backhander away. Chase Perry makes the save for the Huskies. Champlain Park trying to get on the board, but Perry stands his ground. He makes 32 saves on the night. Andover leads 3-0 after two. They put it away in the third, and they snap Champlain Park's 3-game winning streak with a 5-1 win over Champlain Park.
And that brings us to playoff time now in boys hockey.
Play gets started this week with champions crowned by the end of next week. Maple Grove is the top seed in the Section 5AA tournament, ahead of defending champion Blaine. Then at Centennial, Champlain Park, and Osseo. North Metro is the number 8 seed. In the quarterfinals Thursday, the North Metro Irondale winner meets Maple Grove, and Osseo plays at Champlain Park. Those games are at Coon Rapids. Champlin's Ice Forum is the site for the other two quarterfinals. In Section 6AA, Minnetonka is the top seed, followed by Eden Prairie, Benilde, and Wayzata. Hopkins is 5th, Armstrong 7th, and Cooper 9th. Thursday is quarterfinal night here too. The Minneapolis Cooper winner is at Tonka. Wayzata hosts Hopkins. Benilde is at home against Holy Family, and Armstrong visits Eden Prairie.
In Class A, Breck is the top seed in Section 2, followed by Delano, Blake, Mound, and Orono. Providence is number 8. Providence plays Richfield Wednesday, with the winner meeting Breck Friday. This tourney is all at Parade. In Section 4A, Totino Grace is the number 2 seed behind St. Thomas Academy. Matamidi is 3rd. Grace opens play Friday in the quarterfinals at Aldrich Arena against the Chisago Lakes Highland Park winner.
Should be some great matchups.
Yeah, Section 6 semis and finals will be great. 4 great teams there, and maybe we'll see a Maple Grove-Blaine rematch in 5AA. It's
Very
looking
possible.
like that's a possibility, definitely. Well, next on Sports Jam, action from the State Nordic Ski Meet. Plus, section team champs are crowned in wrestling. Welcome back. Spots in the team portion of the state wrestling tournament were up for grabs over the weekend.
And 2 local squads met up in Section 5-3A. In the semifinals, 4-seeded Champlin Park taking on top-seeded Centennial at 170 pounds in red. The Cougars' Leaf Palmer takes down the Rebels' Trenton Navalny in overtime, and Centennial leads at 24-20. Trailing 27-20 with 2 matches to go, Dan Lovett comes up huge for Champlin Park. He pins Jacob Nelson at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And it's 27-26 Cougars. And then at heavyweight, Julian Flemister King battles with Centennial's Andrew Gustafson. And a late third period takedown by Flemister King is the difference. Champlin Park upsets Centennial. 29-27 Rebels is the final. In the championship match, it's Champlin Park and Maple Grove. A takedown for Joey Newman of the Crimson leads to a 4-2 decision over the Rebels' Andy Vang at 120. At 138 pounds in silver, Brand Martin of the Rebels fighting to stay alive, but he gets pinned by Jesse Hawthorne in the second period. Maple Grove leads it 18-7. At 145, it's Zach Galboy with the takedown of David Burtness. Galboy with a 7-3 decision, but it turns out to be the last win of the match for the Crimson. At 152, Cody Berry of Champlin Park pins Marshall Swenson in the second period. The Rebels are within 21-13. Good match at 182 between Navalny and the Crimson Jeremy Borkhardt. Navalny with an overtime takedown wins the match, and Champlin Park is up 22-21. Moses Sando wins a major decision over Alex Gray at 195 to give the Rebels a 26-21 lead. Champlin Park wins the match 38-21. They go to state for the first time in school history.
It's been crazy. We've had a lot of really close matches, but we've wrestled to the end in every single match, and that's really what's counted. We've had a lot of really close finishes.
In Section 6-3A, Wayzata knocked off defending champ Hopkins in the semifinals. That put the Trojans into the title match against top seed Wilmer. Wayzata's Nick O'Brien carried a 32-4 record into the tournament. He shows why here, taking his time to trip another 30-win wrestler, Nathan Middig, to the mat for the takedown on the way to a 15-5 win at 113. At 120, Jacob Stuff of Wayzata uses the cradle to get near fall points. Stuff dominates early but hangs on for a 9-7 win. It's 7-3 Wayzata. At 138, Wayzata's third-ranked Weston Drogomiller working against Travis Deegan of Wilmer. Drogomiller gets the pin to give Wayzata its biggest lead at 19-6, and it's also his 150th career win. But it's mostly Wilmer from there. Check out the reversal that leads to a pin for Colton Carlson against Wayzata's Blake Hamlin in the 145-pound matchup. It's a sign of things to come for most of the remaining matches. At 160, Augustine Hahn uses a throw to take Jordan Porteous down to his back. Hahn gets the pin as Wilmer pulls away to beat Wayzata 38-23. Well, it was a strange season for Nordic skiers with our almost snow-free winter. State meet action at Giants Ridge starting with the boys. Harris Dernberger of Hopkins starting 6th in the pursuit format. Ben Saxton of Lakeville North glides to the win by 50 seconds. He repeats as champion. Dernberger coming on strong, but he can't quite pass Jan Ketterson of Jefferson. Dernberger is 5th. Osio's Anders Evenson has the 5th best time in the classical race to move up from 28th place to 16th on the boys' side. The girls take the course next. Elena Soneson of Wayzata starting in 2nd. Stillwater's Nora Gilbertson wins the race after starting 3rd, with Soneson coming in a close 2nd, 3 seconds back of Gilbertson. Soneson is the runner-up for the 2nd year in a row. Sarah Benton of Hopkins is 9th. The Hopkins and Wayzata girls faring well in the team competition too. Merritt Soneson places 15th for Wayzata as the Trojans take aim at the title. 4 girls individuals from the area between 30th and 40th. Ellie Evans of Cooper races to 31st place. Sarah Bezdacek of Osseo falls near the finish, but still places 32nd in her first trip to the state meet. Armstrong's Veronica DeSalvo is 37th, and Osseo's Kaylee Shagan 40th. Here's what Wayzata's Elena Soneson had to say after her second place finish.
I felt so good. I mean, it was kind of disappointing. I mean, it wasn't disappointing, but I wish I would have gotten first. But there's still so many girls out there that have been training so hard for this, and so second is still, I'm so proud of it.
As we check the team results, Wayzata finishes as girls runner-up, 1 point behind Duluth East. Hopkins with a strong showing to place third. The Hopkins boys are the runner-up in another close call, 3 points back of champion Roseville. Duluth East is third and Forest Lake is fourth.
Now to basketball. Osseo has rolled to the Northwest Suburban Conference boys title, but they got a big challenge from arch rival Maple Grove on Friday. Maple Grove goes inside early. 6'10" Dan Lochner scores in close for a 15-11 Crimson advantage. The Crimson crowd bridged Hustler, so he swings it to an open DJ Hebert for a three-pointer from the wing. The Orioles take a 21-19 lead. They have some post players who can shoot for the ball too. Cal Bloom steps out and nails a three from the top of the key. Osseo's up 26-21 at the half. Maple Grove comes out strong to start the second half. Jake Winicky drives, dishes to Joey Eng for the three, and the Crimson grab a 38-33 edge. It's back and forth throughout the second half. Ian Tyson with a nice move for the hoop and the foul here. And Osseo is up by 3. James Morris, it's a big shot for the Crimson. He pops a 3 to put them in front, 54-53 late. 11 for Morris on the night as the Crimson aim for the upset. But it's Hebert hitting in the clutch. He nails a jumper with under 10 seconds to play as the Orioles escape with a 55-54 win and clinch the Northwest Suburban Conference title. We'll meet DJ Hebert later in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
Earlier in the girls' portion of the doubleheader, Osseo builds an early lead as Janae Morton knocks down a 3 from the left side for a 17-9 Orioles lead, 12 on the night for her. Olivia Antilla makes a nice pass to Phyllis Webb for 2 of her 13 points as Osseo maintains an 8-point lead. Maple Grove gets the offense going with good passing. Angie Davison drives for the runner off the glass to pull the Crimson within 4, 24 for Davison in the game. Osseo extends the lead again, though. Webb is left open for a jumper at the left edge of the lane, and she buries it. Osseo's up 41-32 at the half on the road. But Maple Grove plays a great second half. Good crisp passing here as Davison sets up Julia Sawada for the jumper. The Crimson grab a 49-46 lead. Maple Grove playing with a lot of confidence. Kelly Olzenak zips it to Kaya Carlson for the hoop and foul for a 56-52 lead. Webb drives and scores for Osseo here as they try to battle back in this one. But it's Maple Grove's night. They haven't had a great season compared to their last few, but it's a big win. Madison Ordner's jumper helps Maple Grove to a 72-68 upset of Osseo.
The state gymnastics meet is later this week. Gymnasts from 4 local schools trying to qualify for state at the Section 5 AA meet. This is Maple Grove's Marin Azy on the beam. She scores an 8.9, good for 7th place, but it's only the top 4 that go to state. Osseo's Elizabeth Wolney is a state qualifier on the vault. She lands a score of 9.075 and finishes 3rd. Park Center's Caitlin Sturdy on the beam, her score an 8.6. She finishes 11th and is the Pirates' top all-arounder. A nice landing for Champlain Park's Anna Hoon off the beam, an 8.55 for her to place 13th. To the floor exercise, Maple Grove's Courtney Lateral earns a mark of 8.625 to finish 14th. Roseville, though, is the dominant team led by Katie Quigley. She wins the balance beam and the all-around title for the meet, 9.575 her score on the beam. Roseville advances to state, finishing almost 7 points ahead of runner-up Moundsview. Maple Grove places 3rd with Champlain Park 4th. Osseo is the 6th place team, and Park Center is 7th.
And congratulations to the Breck girls, too, John. They are headed to state after taking the Section 5A team title.
Good luck to them and to the local individuals this weekend in Minneapolis. Stay tuned. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet Osseo basketball and football standout DJ Hebert. DJ Hebert's 4-year high school athletic career is coming to an end soon, and the Osseo senior is hoping to help the Orioles basketball team go out on top. Here's this week's Sports Jam Spotlight. teams sometimes struggle to find leaders. Not so for the Osseo basketball and football teams the last couple of years. DJ Hebert has filled the role exceptionally.
The big thing when he's on the court and on the field is DJ doesn't get phased. You know, we could be down 4 touchdowns or up 4 touchdowns, and he looks like the same player out there. You're not seeing him getting mad and throw his hands around, and he just comes over and says, hey, what's the next play? And he tells the kids, too, hey, let's go, let's get after it, and let's do the right things. And he understands. He's been around, you know, 4-year varsity starter. That's what happens.
He's an aggressive kid. He's an emotional kid. He's a leader. And he displayed those emotions and qualities right away from day one last year. So we've been very, very fortunate that he's been one of our vocal leaders over the past 2 years.
I feel like with most leaders, they're either they show you, like they lead by example, or they tell you what to do. He does both. He'll tell you how to do it, he'll show you how to do it, and then once you start getting it, he encourages you, and then he actually compliments you. I feel like a lot of people don't do all that in one, but he has all of it. Like, if he was a coach, he'd probably be one of my best coaches, I think.
Hebert is averaging 11.5 points per game for a talented and balanced scoring Orioles squad. He's converted on 40% of his three-pointers and is a tough defender. Basketball is a sport that hasn't come easy for DJ.
Oh, definitely. Oh, my God, definitely. If I worked as much as I did for football, then I'd probably not even be on the team this year. I honestly would have to work so hard to be good at basketball. It just doesn't come to me as easy as football. So, but I mean, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, basketball, I started playing basketball before I did football.
The sport that DJ calls his bread and butter is football. A 2-time all-conference quarterback for the Orioles, he helped lead Osseo to its best back-to-back season since the mid-1990s.
Hebert throwing, completes to Johnson, going for the end zone. Touchdown, Cooper.
But DJ's prep career started at Cooper, where he played 2 seasons of football and basketball for the Hawks. He still answers questions about the move to Osseo.
We were already about to move. We were planning on moving because just the place we were in were too small. My little brother, my mom wanted him to have a yard. We lived in a townhome in Romsdale. He didn't really have nowhere to play and stuff like that. So we wanted like a house that had somewhere for him to play. And then, you know, it just ended up that, you know, Osseo was a good place for me to fit in. It was definitely hard, you know. I mean, everybody knows there wasn't nothing personal, you know. So, I mean, it was definitely a hard decision. I still go back. I went to go see the Cooper versus Hopkins game. So, you know, I still go back and hang out with those guys still, so it's all good.
DJ initially split time between wide receiver and quarterback as a freshman. He remembers his first game back in August of 2008.
I was 14 playing against 18-year-old boys, so it was definitely a changing experience.
That experience gained as a 9th grade quarterback helped shape his role as a leader.
That definitely influenced it a lot because, you know, it's really, really tough for an upperclassman to let a freshman come in and kind of be that man, you know, that guy, you know, and especially running the veer, everything runs through the quarterback. So, I mean, it was definitely tough looking everybody in the eye, you know, telling them, you know, kind of what to do.
The best player on Cooper football teams that lost more games than they won, DJ found something different when he came to Osseo.
At Osseo, you know, Jameer and Joey and Sam Connor were here last year, and they just definitely spreaded the wealth. You know, I'm not a selfish guy. I really just like to win. So, I mean, it was a great experience. They helped me, you know, really see what it's like to be a Division I athlete, you know, being around guys like that. I wasn't around people like that at Cooper, so just seeing their work ethic, you know, the way they do things, and just kind of being able to be in an environment with them was definitely helpful. It helped me grow as a player.
Hebert thrived as a passing quarterback for Osseo in the fall of 2010, throwing for 19 touchdowns and nearly 1,800 yards, while also rushing for 8 scores. After a loss to open the season, the 2011 Orioles reeled off 9 straight wins before losing for a 2nd straight season to Wayzata in the section championship. But the offense was different, with more of an emphasis on the running game.
We had so many different running backs. You know, you had Timmy Searcy-Bridge, you know, and me were running the ball. It was just difficult because it was such a different team from last year, and that just goes to show how good of a Coach Lampter is because he just plays the, you know, what he has. You know, he plays to his personnel.
In early February, DJ signed to play college football at the University of Northern Iowa. But UNI is still several months away. Right now, DJ Hebert wants to make sure this Osseo basketball team gets back to the state tournament.
We want to win it, you know. We last year we came this close to getting there, losing to Eden Prairie. So, and a lot of those players from last year on the team this year. So, you know, we definitely want to be on that in the Target Center again. We definitely want to win it. It's always a disappointment if you don't win it all.
DJ and his Osseo basketball teammates carry a 21-2 record into this week, riding a 7-game winning streak. Jay talks section swimming with the Maple Grove boys when we come back.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. It's section meet time for the boys swimming teams in the area, including the Maple Grove Crimson. They're now in Section 8AA and will compete in Elk River later this week. And we're joined by the captains for Maple Grove. Starting with Jeffrey Nelson, first of all, let me ask you about this season so far. Has it been the kind of season that you guys dreamed it would be when everything got started?
Definitely. We have had a spectacular season, and we're starting early off when we beat Edina. That was a big springboard for the rest of the season. We were really excited and kind of showed us what kind of potential we had for the rest of the year.
A lot of you guys, of course, have been around for a while. New section this year. Does it mean a lot of difference in terms of preparation, or do you just kind of go at everything the same way as you would have in your past section?
I would say it's pretty much the same. We haven't changed our preparation. We've been told that it's going to be a little bit more challenging section, so we've looked at that, but we're not changing our practice methods. We're going in with the same attitude and hopefully with the same result.
Do you know much about many of the competitor teams? I know at least like Elk River obviously is in your conference, but beyond that, do you know much about them?
Not much. All we know is what we saw at True Team State, or True Team sections, and a couple of teams weren't even there, so we don't know all that much. We know about Elk River.
All right, thanks for joining us. Good luck.
Thanks.
And Michael Wegerson, your team, I know had high hopes coming into this year, and has it been, do you feel good about the progress the team has made too? Are you living up to your own individual expectations?
Oh yeah, definitely. I know as a team we've dropped major amounts of time all over the board. Yeah, we're doing very well this year.
Is there a highlight that you would point to and say, this is probably the night that we would point at the most as our best night of the year?
Yeah, I'd almost say Edina, because they were our big rivals. They were state champions a few years back, and although they don't have as many big names this year, they've always been our main competition.
Is it a nice feeling to have a new section, or would you guys have preferred to stay where you were?
Well, with the new section, obviously comes a new pool, and so with the Elk River pool is nice and all, but the Minnetonka pool, it was a very nice facility that we enjoyed swimming at. But whatever facility we swim at, we will still swim very quick.
All right, best of luck and have fun.
All right, thank you.
And we'll turn to Mike Lands on the other side here. And this team, set some goals big early in the season. Is it on a pace that you think those goals can happen late here in the regular postseason now too?
I definitely think they can happen. We'll have to still work at it, but we've been doing the training well, and taper is going pretty well, so I definitely think we can achieve those goals.
What do you know, if anything, about the other teams in Section 8? Is it something where you kind of try and map out, who's going to do what, or do you guys more just worry about what your own team can do?
We do tend to look at like what we've seen from them, like fast times, but we kind of already have it set, and we know what we're going to do, so we know we can go in there and do the job.
All right, good luck in the meet in Elk River.
Thank you.
And Sean Wegerson, your team certainly having a dynamite season from all accounts and everything. What do you feel like's been the biggest key? Why are you guys so strong? I mean, other than just the talent level.
Oh, just a bunch of different things. I feel that one of the major aspects of this team is the camaraderie. We all get well together. We have a very strong team. It's almost like a brotherhood here.
How much will that help even in a section meet? I mean, obviously you're kind of out there competing as individuals to some extent, but does that still matter when it comes to a big meet like this?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The cheering aspect is important. We're all out there to help each other. This is not a individual thing. It's a team event. So as a team, we're gonna do fantastic this coming sections.
Congratulations on a great run so far, and have fun at sections.
Thank you very much.
All right, Maple Grove Crimson boys swimming and diving competing in the Section 8AA meet Friday and Saturday. That's at Vandenberg in Elk River. We'll be back to wrap up Sports Jam for you here in just a moment.
Our game of the week is Section 6AA hockey. Watch it Sunday morning, and we'll see you next week here on Sports Jam.